A legal cloud hangs over Congresswoman Corrine Brown's circle of family and friends who could be forced to turn against her to save themselves from consequences.
As News 4 Jax was first to report, this arrest warrant was issued for her earlier this month when she was indicted on corruption, fraud, and tax charges. She surrendered to U.S. Marshals and was actually held for about 4 hours until she made a court appearance.
Now, I-Team Investigator Lynnsey Gardner asked a legal expert if people implicated in the Justice Department's investigation could also be charged. Lynnsey.
The indictment outlines relationships in Corrine Brown's life, relationships she's had for more than 20 years. But now those same people, including even her own daughter, are lumped into this conspiracy. It is a group of confidants that have a lot at stake. Corrine Brown's inner circle is not what it used to be. Her chief of staff, Ronnie Simmons, is now her alleged co-conspirator, both accused of funneling money from an unregistered charity, the One Door for Education, and spending most of the $800,000 on personal luxury items, from cars to shopping, even tickets to a Beyonce concert. Corrine Brown's close confidant in Jax and another former congressional staffer, local businesswoman Vaughn Alexander, is believed to be Person A in the 24-count indictment. Person B, believed to be Brown's own daughter, Chantrell Brown. Person C, Simmons' sister, a Jacksonville school teacher, Monica Simmons Isom. You may remember the first indictment outlining the fraud came back in March against the questionable charity's director, Carla Wiley. In it, it named persons A and B we now know to be Corrine Brown and Ronnie Simmons. We asked attorney Curtis Fallgatter, who served 17 years as a federal prosecutor in our area, if unnamed people in Brown's indictment could also be charged.
One would think it'd be fairly unlikely that the government would have a third chapter with indictments on those people that they probably need as witnesses in her case.
Is it just that the government wanted the bigger fish in Corrine Brown?
Government has to make strategy decisions. You know, how wide do they cast their net? How many people do they want to try to convince a jury to convict?
Is it possible here we could see Corrine Brown's daughter, Chantrell Brown, testify against her?
They might want to call her as a witness. They might use documents. They might use other witnesses.
Fallgatter says the government cannot compel close relatives to testify against each other like a mother and daughter. But despite that, he does believe Ronnie Simmons' sister will testify. Monica Simmons Isom is accused of being on Corrine's payroll for 16 years, collecting $735,000 in taxpayer money for a job she never really worked because she was back in Jacksonville working as a fourth-grade teacher. Instead, prosecutors say the money was funneled to her brother for personal expenses, including a boat and credit card payments.
If she received money she wasn't entitled to, she's involved in the theft also. So she could be prosecuted, which means she's entitled to take the Fifth Amendment, but the government could immunize her and compel her to testify against her brother.
The trial is set for this September, but Fallgatter says given the complexity of this case, it is more likely to not even happen before the November election. Instead, he expects it to be pushed until next year.